Welcome to The Vault, where we reveal some of the best kept secrets for success. Our show is designed to introduce you to industry professionals in TV, movies, music, sports, and business. Now, our goal is for you to learn from their wealth of information and use it to realize your dreams. Our next guest is a singer-songwriter who's been compared to Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, and Prince. He's performed in front of thousands in arenas, stadiums, and before a live studio audience at the Dolby Theatre. Introducing Greg Scott. Have you guys ever heard someone sing, and within 10 seconds you know that that person has what it takes to be an international sensation? Well, this is what I thought when I first heard Greg Scott sing. He's a triple threat. He can sing, dance, and play virtually any instrument with the best of them. And now he has a great story to share with us today.
Around the world now, there's a lot of negativity, crazy, political stuff going on and everything. I just want people to have a good time, be able to dance and sing along.
This is what it's about. We waited for this opportunity, and it's here now. Let's take it. It's hard work. It's real hard work, but it's worth it.
All right, I can't believe it. Once again, Greg Scott, thank you very much for coming to being on our show. It's 6 months in the making trying to get you here. You're a very busy man.
Yes, sir.
And actually, after this, you're going somewhere to go perform, right?
I am, yes.
All right, so we'll cut it as quickly as we can. But, before we jump into things, I need to know your backstory. I want you to tell me about your musical journey and all, how you got started.
Yeah, basically my dad is a performer, singer, retired now, but just growing up in his band and watching him perform and just really wanting to get out there. And as soon as I could walk and talk, they threw me up there and put silly outfits on me and did all sorts of music. And they got me playing guitar, just buy me any instrument that I could get my hands on, basically, and just trying things out and just, loving what my dad did and just kind of trying to follow him in his footsteps.
And then you learned the behind the scenes also, right? The engineering and whatnot?
Yeah. Basically, the town I grew up in, the style of music that I loved, it wasn't really there in that region. So having to kind of learn it myself is kind of how I got started into engineering and into producing and making tracks and things like that. So
when your dad sees you now performing, does he give you tips on how to improve, or how is that now that you're older?
Nah, he's more just like, go get him, son. Just like there's not much coaching going on anymore. He's kind of a guy that basically whatever makes you feel good, then you should be stoked on that. You know what I mean? And he knows me as well, as far as I'm kind of hard on myself too. So when I come off stage, I'm never like, that was perfect, let's move on. There's always stuff that I can improve on. And he's kind of the guy that says, yeah, we'll do that.
So that brings me to the next question. I mean, a lot of people have compared you to Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, Prince, Justin Timberlake. Why do they say that?
I guess it's the energy and the soul and R&B of the music that I grew up listening to, and basically, it's them loving their audience and giving them a show, and that's something that I really gravitate towards, and that's something that my dad always instilled in me. Is it's about your audience. You could be going through all sorts of stuff, in your life, or going through hard times or whatever, but you show up on that stage and you give them a show, and that's what I feel like those artists are really about, and basically that's what I gravitate towards, is that energy, that they bring.
Yeah, I love it. And so, I want to tell you, we actually dug up this great clip on the internet of you putting on a show. You're like this amazing dancer. Let's show our audience what we're talking about. There we go. Look at him. He's like a new kid on the block. Auditioning for the Backstreet Boys.
Okay. This you have to realize that this was 2001. So that's what this vibe is coming from.
Do you still know these moves? I know you do. Don't pretend you don't.
You
got like the little lawnmower move.
This was these moves were produced and choreographed by one of the cheerleaders in my high school, which is kind of funny.
That's great. I love that one. The handstand cartwheel, and then the twirl,
and the pelvic thrusting.
The pelvic thrust. Yeah, it's great. So
you can thank Usher for that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then, that was like the Backstreet era. But then you met Roberta Flack, and then she's the singer of "Killing Me Softly."
Yeah.
Tell me how that all played out.
So, I was doing that genre of music, and it was speaking to me, but it wasn't really like who I was as an artist, as far as my soul and kind of things that I wanted to portray and talk about. There's not much you can talk about in that music besides, what they were talking about. But so I heard Donny Hathaway for the first time, and this was actually after I went to a vocal camp, like institute, with Seth Riggs. He's done all sorts of artists, Michael Jackson and all of them. Who is Josh Groban and all these big singers, you know what I mean? And I went to his intensive and came back a changed man, because after that I heard this artist, Donny Hathaway, that changed my life. And I basically I stopped doing music for a little while and basically started writing from scratch. And after I did that, I met a manager, and he showed my music to Roberta Flack. And the story goes is they were artists together. They did a lot of collaboration. They did a lot of duets. She heard my voice, thought I sounded a lot like him. And he's the late Donny Hathaway, so he's passed away. So she was really inspired and flew me out to New York, and I auditioned for her band. And she brought me to a bunch of like really cool like underground New York nightclubs that were super fun. And learned a lot. It was fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I know that you were a big fish then in Northern California and Chico, right?
Yep.
And then there was a point where, and I'll let you kind of explain it in this clip that we have here of why you decided to move to Hollywood. So let's roll this clip.
We got to move to LA. Like, this is where you need to be. The minute she said that, it was like ride or die that this girl, I need to marry this woman. For her to tell me that, and for us to make that decision to just leave, I only knew a couple of people in LA. I would come down here for conferences and stuff, but I didn't know anybody. I was living in the Bay Area because my manager was there. Everything was there. I left my management. I was just like, the 7 years with my management didn't go anywhere. You got to break free, and it felt like chains. It felt like I was bleeding from the. It was just stagnant. That song came on as we were coming over the hill, to come try to find a place to live here. We saw the lights of LA, and my wife was just like, this is what it's about. This is why we're doing this. And to be where I am now, it's pretty cool.
So my question on that is, you said you were listening to a song as you were coming into LA, and what was that song?
It was a song I actually wrote for my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time, and basically I asked her to marry me as we were making the decision to move to LA. And I wrote this song for her in our situation and us before we left, and I played it at basically we were having a going away party, and I asked her to marry me, and the band.
Wow.
I taught the band the tune.
Here.
Yeah, man. I sang the song for her, and she basically said, if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna pursue your dreams, you have to move to LA. And I was, and she basically was saying, you know, if you're going to do this, you need to do it. You know, like with me or without me, you need to go. And so that inspired this song, and the moment that I realized that she was going to be my wife, you know what I mean? Like forever.
Yeah, I mean, this song, we've actually directed this music video before, and I have never even heard that story, that backstory of it. But I identify with that song myself because it's like, you know, at least what I derived from it was, you know, we waited our whole lives for this one moment. Not even just waited, we put in all our blood, sweat, and tears. And now the moment has arrived. And in that first video that we played of you walking onto the stage, and then you're actually telling the audience that same message. I mean, it's very powerful, and I resonate very, you know, with that song. It's awesome.
Thank you. That's basically what I was trying to portray, and people that have dreams, you know, just to take it, don't wait. You know?
Don't wait. I love it. So, as I had mentioned, you are a hybrid. I mean, you sing, you dance, but now let's showcase some of your keyboarding talents.
Yeah, we were doing a show at the downtown Edison in LA, and I like to open my shows with kind of the whole band kind of jamming and doing things, basically playing just free form, you know what I mean? Jamming is what that's called, So I'll get on random instruments, I'll get on the keyboards, I'll get on the guitar, I'll get on a percussive instrument or something, just to kind of warm the show up a little bit.
I love it.
You know,
I love it. And then I've even seen you do like you build the song up in layers, and then it becomes a full song. Obviously, maybe like half or 3/4 of the way in. And then you're like, whoa! Like he just what do you call it again? Like incremental.
Just
composition. I don't even know.
Adding pieces and adding layers and just I like to tell stories in my music, and especially with sounds and feel, you know, not necessarily always the words, you know what I mean? It's a feeling of the music and how it lifts, and that's a big part of, I don't know, just what I got into as a kid producing, you know, just messing with sounds and I
love it. And, you know, you and I first met, I still remember, I think the song you sang was Forget You by CeeLo. And I had hired your band to come in and play for a corporate event at some golf course or something, I don't know. And then you got on and you're like, forget you. And then you did the whole song, and I was like, holy crap, this guy's got some talent here. I got to talk to him afterwards. I was like, hey, I'm the guy that hired you, but after this, we got to talk. We need to direct some music videos because, like, I really, you know, loved hearing you just jam. And then you were really a great showman with the crowd, getting them all into it. And it was just a blast. I still remember that. And I think you actually ended up laying down that song later. So it was really high energy, and my kids love listening to it in the car when they're driving.
Well, in that that whole time period was so much fun when you did that video for me, man. I still love that video, and you stuck with me because I think we had planned a whole video. And then I feel like maybe the week before, I'm like, I have this new song, and I need to get it on here. And we kind of
I remember,
And that was the We Waited one. And that's like right when I moved to LA, I met you, did that video.
Oh, you had just moved here then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was super fresh.
How funny. See, I'm learning all these new things about you that I didn't know that either. So all these corporate gigs, I think, were great for you to get the reps in and kind of get the confidence. And you were performing in front of some big clients, like the celebrities were hiring you to entertain them, which was pretty awesome.
Dolly Parton was one of them, which was a great show, super fun. And I mean, these corporate events have been great. And I'm telling you, I still do them, and I feel like they're just great for. The production is so big, and it's a big moment, and it's great to, like you said, get the reps in. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, last week you were in New York, you were in Hawaii,
right?
You were at the Nokia Theater, I mean, like, that's pretty damn good week.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, and Jim Gaffigan opened for us, which was pretty cool. And
so he opened for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he basically, you know, warmed the whole house up, and then we come in for the party. You know what I mean? So
I love it.
Yeah.
So we have a clip here, guys. We're gonna show this clip. Yeah, this is you, and let's turn that sound up a little. Yeah, jamming out. That's the music video right there. That's what I want to see. Like, you know, I want to coordinate the next video like that. Like, so let's just make it above and beyond. Explosions, helicopters, background dancers. So let's play some photos here in our 3-box and just kind of go through this musical journey here.
Yeah.
Talk us through some of these photos.
This one was that video that you helped produce and direct, which featured a song called Classy, Dirty, Sexy. I was going through a Pink phase there.
All right, let's go next.
That was fun. This was...
Go back.
Yeah, that
All right,
was...
so now let's talk about this one.
Yeah, and actually the man behind me is Shay, and he's a really accomplished drummer. He plays with an artist called Andra Day, Rise Up. I don't know if you're familiar with that song, but Shay is a big-time producer, drummer, and this was a corporate event. Actually, I think you were filming.
I shot
this.
that. Yeah, that's my shot. But the thing that's funny is you reminded me of Adam Levine when I saw this.
Yeah, that's my Adam Levine.
That's your
shot
Adam Levine
right there.
phase. All right, let's
I
go
definitely
to
get a lot of Adam Levine there. Yeah, this was at the Cali Way album release party. This was down in Hollywood at the Lucky Strike, and that is actually my guitar that's gone through many different phases.
Which we'll talk about. Don't give it away.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the next photo. What else we got here? So, are you going to have a Vegas residency? Is that what this is?
This is in my backyard, actually.
I love it.
This was yet another corporate event. This was actually at the Warner Brothers lot.
Okay.
Yeah, we were. I think I was doing some Rat Pack stuff. So I was doing a lot of, James Dean, Frank Sinatra, and these ladies were kind of dancing around me and stuff like that. So.
All right, we're going to do some speed round because we got a lot to do. So Here you are jamming out. This is the day that you hit your head on the speaker.
Oh my God.
Quickly tell that story. You got 5 seconds.
Yeah. So this was a Prince tribute, and I was doing Darling Nikki, and there's a scream where I did a headbang, and that speaker right behind me is I hit my temple right on that. And actually, the ambulance came, and my car got towed, and I didn't get home until like 5 a.m.
But you lived to tell the story.
I lived, and it was they called me the hardcore legend from then on whenever I go into that club. So
wow. And then this is you touring in some arena in Canada.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going back to Vancouver actually in a few months. So
I love it. All right, what's the next one? Some Gatsby party at the Edison.
This was the show where I was playing the keyboard. Actually, I was playing that keyboard solo there.
Okay, next one. That's that show we just saw. Doing
this was
Bruno
the
Mars.
show with the girls. Yeah, which was super fun. These girls tour with Katy Perry, which is really cool.
Oh damn! All right, next one, because we got a lot to do. That's the new kids phase, or I don't know what phase that is, but that's like the tough guy.
Yeah, that's my tough guy vibes.
Like it. All right, and then this is you being interactive. This is the way I saw you that first day.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, everybody, come on, let's dance, let's go.
Yeah.
Kind of got the MC in you too, you know.
Yeah. That's something I do for a living as well to pay the bills. I do a lot of MCing for these corporate events and stuff like that. So
just getting the crowd all engaged. Hey, look at that. It's a really cool director that I think you might know.
Yeah, he's the best in the business, man. Call him up. This was the Pink phase. I love it.
See, the reason why we include this photo is he's just like in with a sea of photographers. Those are all photographers right there. So this is just a preface of what's to come. And do we have a couple more? All right, one more. What's this? Tell me.
This was for a video we did, and actually my wife's stepmother owns a costume shop, and that's what inspired my whole kind of.
Which we're actually going to play that later, so we'll talk about that. And then
cool.
Let's talk about this right here.
Yeah, this was for a company out of, oh man. I think it was
but where is it? That's the part I care about.
Oh, yeah, this was the Nokia Theatre in Hollywood, and one of the biggest theaters. I played thousands of people, and I sang Over the Rainbow, which is like one of my wife's favorite songs, so it definitely meant a lot to me.
All right, so we'll show that video in a sec, and then as you're talking about your family, family's important.
Yes,
So-
there's my babies.
Yeah, you got two
There's Blaze.
young sons.
Blaze, the little one in my left arm, and my right arm is Jackson there. And then we got my wife, Sarah.
And then we got one
she's
more
looking
photo
so
with the family.
beautiful.
Like, I guess
yeah.
you guys are on vacation somewhere.
They are into dinosaurs, like hardcore. So I got my dino shirt on. She does too, and Blaze there, Jackson, yeah.
All right, that was really cool, and I think those are all great photos. But now I want to show you at the Nokia Theater because I thought that was a pretty amazing segment. So let's go to that clip right now just to see. All right. So you pretty much have hit the pinnacle here. Like this is like an award show where you would be performing anyway, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that real quick.
Yeah, it was actually an award show for a company out of India, and their theme was Hollywood stars. So I got the honor to sing Over the Rainbow, and it was a magical night.
That's really cool. It's basically like the dream come true. As you're singing, you're living, you've gone down this yellow brick road, right?
Yeah, man.
And now you're performing in front of this audience. Like, it's basically manifesting what you've been dreaming about and what you've waited for so long.
Yeah, there's thousands of people there. It was magical. And what a great song. So, it was.
So, definitely Wizard of Oz. Looks like a cool thing. And this was shot from backstage.
Yeah, those images that you saw there, those are backstage, and that whenever you saw Wizard of Oz, it was like behind me on a big like jumbotron kind of thing. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
So as you know, this is the vault.
Yeah.
And we have all this monetary amazing wealth here, but really what I tell people is, grab your stack right here. The real wealth is the knowledge.
We get one of these, right?
Yes,
For being on the
you get
show?
a stack of cash as you just put it in your pocket now before you forget.
Okay.
So the real wealth is the knowledge.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go and ask you, what are your secrets to success that live in the vault?
My secrets to success. Never being afraid of failure, I guess. I would say that's what I've learned over the course of my career is the time is always now. It's never, oh, I'm not ready for this, or I feel like this should be better, or that, just do it. Life is so short. It is, especially now that I have kids. It's like I'm seeing them grow every minute, you know what I mean? And we're not getting any younger. So it's just, the time is now. Don't be afraid. Do it. And if somebody tries to hold you back, that might not be the right person that you're supposed to be working with.
So jump into that deep end now.
Yeah,
Don't
do
wait.
It. Yeah, man. Because if it isn't right for that time and that person, maybe somebody else is the person that you're supposed to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, bring your stuff to somebody else. If you're talking about music or you're talking about entertainment, you're talking about being, in marketing or sales. It's like maybe that company isn't right.
So you're talking about if you have to go to a record company and they say, hey, you know what, you might not be a match for us.
Yeah.
But don't take that to heart because there's 1,000 of the record companies.
Yeah.
There's tons of other ways to distribute content, especially in this climate right now with social media.
Yep.
You could become a star overnight literally from being on a platform like Instagram here.
Yeah.
And that can make or break you that way instead. There's no one path.
Yep.
All right, so what I want you to do is to go over here to our camera 3 and just look right into it and talk to your younger self, giving yourself some advice.
I guess basically kind of what I was saying earlier. Jump off the deep end. Don't be afraid. Go follow your dreams, no matter what they are. Don't get stuck in your small town. Make that town your home base and take off no matter what it takes. Any kind of money or whatever, don't worry about that. Just put in the time. The time is limited. Go, do it. you know? 'Cause I feel like with me and my upbringing, we were using the resources that we had, you know what I mean, in this small town, and we did as much as we could, but we didn't reach out as far as we needed to at that time.
So
You know
what you're saying is you were resourceful with the resources you had.
Yes.
And now you've elevated to the point where you're at the Nokia Theater singing
Yes.
and you're touring in different areas of the world and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yet then there's still this loyalty towards your home town. And can you tell me about the wildfires that ravaged through Northern California and how that you actually started to really feel for them and what you did with your music?
Because I would get calls. I got a call from my parents. They were a mile away from the devastation, and they were about to get evacuated. And hearing about my friends losing their homes, and I was here the whole time, but we all felt it down here. You know, which is crazy because it's miles and miles and miles away, but
the whole town was devastated. It's like you look at the aerial shot of it, and it was completely wiped out.
Yeah, and that, obviously touched me because I grew up. I used to DJ weddings, and I used to DJ as a kid, so I used to do a lot of the high schools, like I did Paradise High and all this stuff, and that is all gone. And to hear that. And what the people went through, it just blew me away. And I basically dedicated a song to help in any way I can, because what I bring is music and art, and so any proceeds that come from streaming or buying the song or anything like that, I'm giving to however I could help that community.
So at this time, I want you guys to take a look at Warriors, sung by Greg Scott.
The most destructive fires in California history.
10,000 plus buildings just reduced to rubble.
Many here once lived in a town called Paradise.
The National Guard combing more than 60 square miles looking for the missing.
If we take a closer look, we can rewrite this book. Maybe we can all wake up. We're all warriors. We can march through the sand. Time we all take a stand. Trust and take my hand. We're all warriors. Try me. Come together when you pray for me. You purify me, sanctify me. Won't let the evil take me. 'Cause there's a hero in me. Nothing can stop the lion inside me. We're in a jungle watching the world crumble. Won't let the evil take me. Whoa.
Let's lighten the mood a little bit. I want to hear what your most fun music video was to shoot.
This song I put out a few years ago called Cali Way, which it involved a lot of just mischievous friends getting together and tramping through Hollywood and LA.
So before you keep talking, let's quick get this clip on, and you can kind of talk us through how you guys went through. Introducing Cali Way.
Yeah, directed by Joe Hood. Great director. Had so much fun. We basically did this guerrilla style. You see her reaction over there.
The tourist is like, who is this guy? Do I know him?
Exactly. This was about 6 a.m. though in Hollywood.
Smart.
But yeah, going through, Santa Monica. We went everywhere, downtown.
Like 2 days.
There's Venice.
10 locations, right?
10 locations. We rented this car. I wish I'd say that I could own that, but there's Santa Monica downtown.
Blue suit face.
Yeah, man.
Got Scooby-Doo behind you.
Yeah, so we're going for like a Reservoir Dogs vibe.
Yeah, this is definitely very fun.
You guys
got your little choreography.
Actually, that was like, okay, on the spot. I was like, hey guys, just do this. My years of choreography and just kind of figure out a simple move that could look kind of cool. Yeah, we actually got on the subway, and these people on the subway actually contacted us and wanted me to, tag them and stuff, and they were all following us. It was great. And it was crazy because it was, that lady you just saw right there, she comes to every one of my shows.
Wow.
She became an instant
Got
fan.
cameo.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so our next social media question is, we love your music, Greg, and we would love to collaborate with you. If that is a possibility, what are the next steps?
Wow, okay. At first, that's amazing. Awesome, I'm super down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so what do they have to do to, do they have to already have the song, or could you help write it, or how would you talk them through that?
I mean, it basically sending me sending me what you got or your ideas, or if you don't have an idea, but you're a vocalist, you're a drummer, you're a bass player, you want to get on a track, like, I'm super down. I'm all about collaboration. I feel like when I'm by myself producing a song or writing a song, there's no one to give a high five to, or this sucks, or this is amazing.
Yeah, you're in the cave.
Yeah, you're by yourself, and I'm the type of person that I need to know if it's cool.
Yeah.
As artists, we're so insecure. I mean, it's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Well, I love that question because I think that's a question I've been asking you too myself. So now that I've heard you say that you're open to it, let's make a Vault theme song. Let's shoot a music video. Yeah?
I'm down.
All right, because I got the Vault. We're here.
Heck yeah.
We can definitely break into the Vault. I got the flak vest. I got all the everything. So,
my gosh.
Got to get ready to get the money.
Yeah, Don't put that right there. Put another one.
Guys, we're in for a real treat today. Greg Scott has offered to let us play for you the world premiere of Strictly Taboo.
All I want is you, but it's strictly taboo. Some hearts were just made to be broken. Your forbidden fruit, strictly taboo. Now I know that I am not supposed to love you. Yeah, I know that I am not supposed to love you. Secret tears through empty doorways. Beyond the pale, untouchable. Thickest thieves and guilty always. Cut like knives, star-crossed lines. Sun won't shine, feels like dying. All I want is you, but it's strictly taboo. Some hearts were just made to be broken. Your forbidden fruit, strictly taboo. Now I know that I am not supposed to love you. Yeah, I know that I am not supposed to love you.
This next segment is called your priceless item.
Yeah.
So as you can see, you're surrounded by wealth. You've got one-of-a-kind items, this giant diamond. You've got Superman Volume 1, the Mona Lisa, and now your priceless item. I'm going to hand it to you, and I'm going to have you tell us what it's all about. And I am going to be very gentle with it.
Yes.
All right, tell me about this item.
Yeah, this was actually the first guitar I've ever owned that was mine. I've played a lot of guitars in my life, but this one was actually a gift when I was 13 years old, and it was purchased actually at a shop in Paradise, the town that got burnt down in the Northern California fires. So, before then it meant a lot to me, and now it's even more because it's really a memento from my childhood and from where I'm from. And
I see that it's evolved. Like the last time I saw it, it had mirrors on it, and now it has Bruce Lee stickers and the Discovery Channel.
Yeah. So, which I like to have a lot of fun with this. A lot of people, say, oh, it's gonna, diminish the value of the guitar and stuff. So I've painted it. I've put glass on it. I put mirrors on it and things like that. And I feel like it's kind of an outlet for me to discover my different phases in my life. And it gives me a chance to kind of, let my artistry out in that way as well. So right now I'm kind of into this sticker phase right now.
I love it. So now, without further ado, are you willing to play a song for our audience?
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
So because this is so valuable, we'll just keep this to the side. And I know that you said you were interested in potentially playing a keyboard song, right?
Yeah.
What song do you think we should play? Not we, you.
Yeah, no, you can jump in on it, whatever you want to do.
What's the name of it?
The song's called Temple. It's a new song that's going to come out in a couple months, and I've yet to film a video for it, but that's in the works right now.
All right.
So I figured I would play something kind of new that no one's heard, and it's a fun tune.
All right, so we're going to get set up, and then Greg will be back here ready to play the song Temple.
I've been dreaming, still a mystery in my mind. All the secrets you hold inside. Am I worthy? Pray for mercy. 'Cause I'm bearing all of these gifts for you. I put you first in the hits for you. Raising them both on my fists for you. All for you, yeah.
My friend, thank you so much for coming to the Vault. It's been a pleasure.
Alex,
6 months in the making.
I know,
I'm so glad we got to talk about your music journey.
7 years in the making of our relationship.
Exactly, and
years,
this is just the beginning, my friend. There's so many ways that we're going to change the world with your music and my movies.
Yes.
And anyway, we'll go from there. But thank you for being on the Vault.
Thank you.
That's a wrap for today.
It's a blast.
All right, so if you guys want to be a guest on this show, we would love to have you. We're looking for people, once again, top in the entertainment, sports, and business industry, inspirational content, people who are movers and shakers. We want you on our show, and thanks again for watching The Vault.